once again in the class of economics. In last classes, I have told you that in the chapter sectors of Indian economy and in unit, first unit, comparing the sectors, I have told you we compare the sectors on two bases. Okay? First, theoretical basis, and behavioral basis or approach. Okay? On theoretical basis and on behavioral approach. Okay? On theoretical basis, by the economists advocating in their policies that the economy which is based on maximum based on primary sector, the economy which is based maximum based on primary sector. Second, the economy which is maximum based on tertiary sector, and the economy which is maximum based on in theoretical approach, the economy which is maximum based on primary sector is called not good for any economy, because in primary sector, when you boost your economy by exploiting the mining sector. And you all are knowing very well that the mines are gift of nature, and it is also non-renewable source of energy. So when once we exploit, once we sell these resources, it cannot be repeated once again. So by selling or by maximum using or by maximum utilizing the primary sector is not good for any economy. Second, the economy which is maximum based on tertiary sector. Maximum based on tertiary sector, when we say this is type of a statement, it means our economy is depend on the productions of another economy, another country's economy. Suppose one a very good example that nowadays in India, a student who is very good in mathematics and physics, their maximum aspiration is to take engineering degree from reputed institutions, renowned institutions. But after taking the engineering degree of engineering, their also aspiration to become an employee of TCS. Tata Consultancy Services. Actually, in India or abroad, all types of call center and online centers, maximum all types of call center and online centers are arranging or managing by the TCS. Okay? Suppose the goods of LG. India is a very large and very good market for any MNCs, for any producing countries, goods producing countries. LG is an American MNCs which produces electronics goods. Samsung, which is Korean company producing mobile and other electronic goods. Suzuki, Ford, even Hindustan Unilever Limited. These all companies set up a call center. You can see it on every product of LGs, such electronic making companies, or Hindustan Lever Limited, toll free number, and on this toll free number you may complain, you may lodge the complaint, you may request any type of product, you may complain, you may lodge complaint or any other thing, and every type of work will be responded by the workers of TCS, and all these things managed by the engineers of TCS. Okay, but in all the sphere, you observe very cleanly that suppose when USA set up the call centers in another country, when Korea, when Japan, when Germany set up their call centers in another country, in that situation, what will do in India? In that situation, the all call centers, the all employees will be unemployed. So the sectors, the economy which is based on secondary sector of economy, tertiary sector of an economy is also not good for economy. Come on, the third point, the economy which is maximum based on secondary sector. In previous classes, I have told you already that people are doing only two things, either producing or consuming the goods or producing or consuming the services. Okay? In two types of work, producing or consuming, the number of consumers are very large, and comparatively the consumers, the number of producers are low. Okay? When you produce the goods maximum, in that situation your product will be consumed by the people in abroad, out of the India. Okay. So, and in such manner, when economy is maximum based on the secondary sector or industry or producing the goods, it also benefited the primary sectors, like by the using of raw material. And second, employment, because production is all season. Okay, production will continue in all season, so people will provide employment permanently, and raw materials are also used. In that situation, the demand of raw material will be increased and the conditions of employment will also improve. So by this way, condition of employment will improve and demand of such materials increased. Okay. In both manner, the directly effect will continue with the people of country. Okay. The life condition of people will also improve. Their purchasing capacity will also increase. In that situation, the economy is moving towards the world boost. Okay. Nowadays, these all the things which are discussed here, you may see in the context of China. Every country is now a day worried about the growth rate of Chinese economy. In this pandemic period, the GDP of China was also increased many times more comparatively the developed countries of Europe and North America. Okay? And after every sentiments, lastly people are dependent on Chinese goods. Like India is facing continuously threat by the China last 2 and 3 years in very consequence, and in long term India is facing threat since 1962. No doubt we are nationalist. We have too much nationalist feelings. But when we go in Apsara complex in Muzaffarpur or at Kalyani, we are compelled either by the greeds of our nature or a scope of utilization. We purchase the mobile of Vivo, Oppo, Realme or like so on. Here we are dependent on the Chinese goods. Second thing, the things which are made in India, either electronics, either electricals, either medicinal or medical purposes, that all are maximum based on the raw materials of China. Even at present time, when you are using the bottle of sanitizer, no doubt the sanitizer is made in India, the bottle is made in India, but the cap, when you press this cap and get some materials, are made in China. In that manner, we are completely depend on Chinese goods because these goods are facilitated with many facilities, like first of all with maximum features. These goods are cheap in price. Okay, so overall there are so many examples. By using, you can understand these things. Overall, we can say that the economy which is maximum based on secondary sector is very developed, is very adaptive economy for any country. This is called theoretical basis. In India, on behavioral approach, you can see by in given data of your book, in employment the maximum contribution is primary sector. Primary sector, it is reducing. Okay, at the time of independence, more than 80% people were completely depend on agriculture, but nowadays about 67 or 68% people are engaged in primary sector. Okay. Second largest sector which provide employment to Indians in India is tertiary sector. Okay, and third is the role of secondary sector at last. On behavioral approach, that you can see in given data that the percentage of contribution of primary sector in providing employment is reducing. But when you minuutely observe it, then you can see such reducing percentage is shifted from primary sector to tertiary sector. Okay. The employment, the contribution of secondary sector is also increasing, but the speed of the secondary sector contribution is very slow. Okay. So it is make us very worried about the development of Indian economy. Okay. Such development which are going with the tertiary sector, if that shift with the secondary sector, in that situation, Indian economy will get boost position. Okay. So on behavioral approach, these comparison of these three sectors, you may observe, you are already discussed, and you can see it in your data of given in your book. One thing is also important, that contribution of GDP, contribution of sectors in GDP, in the comparison, on the comparative basis, you can see the contribution of tertiary sector in GDP is maximum, then the role of primary sector, and then the role of secondary sector. In that comparison, that all are given, that all comparison associated with the given data which are available in your book. You may observe it, and after deep observation, if you arise any question in two studied topics, you may ask the question very frequently, and such questions will be write down by the Wiki, which provide support you very frequently, and in next classes I will try to respond to these questions. Thank you.